In today's breaking story, an FBI legend has just revealed comments that will haunt Charlie Kirk's killer in court. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. By now, you've probably heard the news that the alleged Charlie Kirk assassin has now been taken into custody.
And we now have more information about this suspect. We have a name to tell you, and this is according to multiple sources and our team of reporters covering federal law enforcement, Tom Winter, Mike Cosner, our colleagues. Tyler Robinson is the suspect in custody. He is from Utah. He's in custody and with state authorities in Utah, born in 2003. And so Tyler Robinson is the name that, according to multiple sources, is the suspect who is in custody. From our reporting, we understand he has been in custody for a number of hours now. And what happens with that, as Morgan was just saying, there was a point where authorities knew very little about who this person was. Well, once you have an individual identified, many new doors open. Tyler Robinson will now be subject to having all of his electronics reviewed, subject to a search warrant, and that would be the typical process now, that once he's identified and in custody, authorities are able to get the court permission to execute search warrants. That could be places where he lives, seizing any phones, digital footprint, any of those things. Also checking the records for the purchase of the weapon that was used here. Can they tie that weapon to him? All of those avenues are now open to federal authorities. This is a state crime, not a federal crime on its face, meaning a murder is a state crime. They would be looking for any avenues that allow them to find some kind of federal charge, if there is one that's applicable and appropriate, to add to this case with the joint work of federal authorities and state authorities. Tyler Robinson is the suspect, according to our sources.
And the reactions have really just been all over the place.
You know, this bad stuff happens. For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here.
And now an FBI legend has just revealed comments that will haunt Charlie Kirk's killer in court. That's right. Take a look at today's top story.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. You know, it sounds like, again, from what we heard before the press conference, that a family member had suspicions, likely based off of seeing the photographs, but that has not been confirmed to us at this time, and confronted him, had a conversation with him. And in that conversation, Robinson, made statements that amount to a confession, whether he acknowledged doing it, took responsibility for it, something along those lines. Those statements will be devastating to him down the road. They'll be admissible to some extent, certainly at this point where he's first going to be charged with an offense. I expect you'll see those statements in the affidavit that supports the initial charge. And they could also, depending on the vagaries of Utah evidence law, could also be admitted if at trial, if he goes to trial. There would be a fight over that, but nevertheless, the government has a lot to work with.
All right, stand by. I want to bring in John Miller right now. He's our other law enforcement and intelligence analyst who's watching all of this. We are learning more details almost every minute about this suspect, including this detail that he actually visited the campus ahead of time.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.